I like you, Guru, but I disagree with you on Merab. What do you disagree with me on when it comes to Merab? Type again and let's really get to the bottom of this because I don't believe you. You actually disagree with my point. Thoughts on Bryce versus Merab? Merab would win, dude. Merab's a fucking marauder. Thank you for the membership, McBro, dude. Thank you for the membership. I don't think O'Malley is strong enough to 145, yeah. Merab, who is not known for holding down people, held him down. I know. I know, man. Who wins, Merab without legs or hands or Patchy mix? Merab without legs or hands or Patchy mix? Probably Merab without legs or hands. Just headbutting him at distance while he doesn't move his head. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, McBro, dude. I appreciate the 10 gifted memberships, man. Thank you. Very much indeed. Patchy arguably won. He landed the more damaging shots. No, he didn't. He could have maybe won the third round, but he did not win the fight. Enough of that immediately. Shut the fuck up. Thank you for the 5 Canadian dollars. Ige took the fight against Diego on 3 hours notice and scraped and legit stole a round off him. He didn't stand there like a tard eating shots. I know. It's different, but no. You know, UFC debut, 3 weeks notice, all happening at once. There's a lot to it, but yeah, I agree. I don't think Patchy Mix is that. I'm not saying that Patchy Mix in other situations would be a world champion. I don't think he's that good. I'm matching him up against fucking Davey Grant next. How are you the biggest MMA YouTuber and have the most active streaming schedule? Why aren't the underdogs hungrier to rise up? I disagree with you on things, but can't knock your hustle grind. MMA Joey's a close second. Don't say that. I don't know why. I don't know, man. People focus on predictions. I'm busy. You know what I mean? I do like to put time into my prediction videos and stuff, but I don't know, man. I got streams to do. I got fight companions to do. I got a lot to do, man. I think this is what should be an MMA YouTuber. You should be live. You should be discussing the fights after the fight on a live stream. Like, that just seems like a no fucking brainer, like, to do this as an MMA YouTuber. So, I don't know. Maybe if I didn't do any of that and just did predictions, I'd have a bit better calls and reads and things. But I don't know, dude. I think this is me half-arsing it in a way. I still think I should do a bit more. But, yeah. Thank you for the $20, BD. I appreciate the $20, dude. Kayla versus Merab next to unify the men's bantamweight belts. Yes. Yeah, they can't have 2 champions in that division. It's disgusting. Do you think Cody wins his fights next weekend? Cody wins his fights next weekend. Oh, yeah, Cody Garbrandt is on that card, isn't he? God, let me try and find where the fucking card is then. Cody Garbrandt versus Raoni Barcelos. Yeah, I reckon he can beat Raoni Barcelos. I do think he'll KO Raoni Barcelos. Thank you for the $20. Appreciate you, BD. Merab versus Pantoja at 135. Merab doesn't want it. Pantoja doesn't want it. And Merab doesn't want Volk at 145. No point discussing these super fights. Merab doesn't entertain super fights. So yeah, enjoy that shit. Became a fan as of today. Been binging your videos while stroking it. Love from Seattle. Thank you for the $20, Boots McGee. I appreciate a new fan. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the 20. Shout out to Seattle. What a dump. But thank you, though. O'Malley has to drop Tim Welch as a corner man. I don't know why Tim Welch is the problem, that he can't beat Merab. I don't think that's the problem. Even though Tim Welch isn't like the most esteemed, high-value coach there is. I don't know if it's just like, oh, he drops Tim Welch and he'll beat Merab. That is not what's going to happen, you know. When's Mighty Guru Show coming? Tomorrow it's dropping. Pig and a Mouse Fight Companion Watch Party coming soon? No, we're not doing that. Thank you for the 12. I'm keeping my own content, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I want some content for myself. You see the LA stuff, plus ironically Mexican's president is... I know, yeah. Obviously. You know, 1% of the population over there, of course they are. They're in charge of everything, bro. But the LA stuff, I've seen the riots, yeah. It's just Mexicans waving a Mexican flag while being angry that they're being told to go back to Mexico. It's the most retarded thing ever in a million years. It doesn't make any sense to me. Never has made any sense to me. If you're waving a Mexican flag, why aren't you doing it on the way back if you love it so much there? You know? I don't understand. I really don't get that whole thing. But I like Mexican people. They seem cool. Impression of Sarah saying Merab is a goat and a marauder. He's a fucking goat. He's a goat, Longo. Should we hope that Umar beats Merab because there are more fighters who could beat Umar over Merab? Thank you for the 26 months of membership. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, dude, Merab Sandhagen's next. You know? After Sandhagen's big win over Figueiredo. So that's really fun for the division. Which is really good. Best bantamweight prospect. No one can beat Merab, so no hype. Marcus McGee is really good. Montel Jackson is very good. But I don't think he's a top prospect. I don't think Amian Zahabi is actually that good. I think he will lose to a lot of those guys, especially the strikers. I don't see Zahabi being. Who should MVP fight next? I don't know. Jeff Neal is a matchup that could happen. Carlos Prates is a matchup that could happen. I have to ask about Corey Sandhagen. I love him as a person, but I really do not, I'm not a huge fan of him as a fighter. I don't see what everyone else sees. He's a very skilled top-level fighter, dude. But, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't think he beats Merab, though. But he can give him problems, you know. He'll give him a problem, for sure. Content with Craig Jones. Need you commentating CGI. Yeah, I've spoken to Craig Jones. Yeah, me and Craig Jones have DM'd each other a few times now. So, yeah, it could be brewing for sure. Maybe I'll do a Gordon Ryan video. That's being discussed. Who knows? Sandhagen's shot ahead of Jan is based solely on not losing to him yet. Terrible division position that we're in, I know. But everyone wants it, so I'm glad. Then Dana mentions Umar. Also undeserving. Jan deserves it first. He's got a fight with Marcus McGee. Thank you for the 11 months of membership. I know, but he's booked up. If Jan beats McGee in dominant fashion and calls out Merab, then the conversations may change. So we'll see. Sometimes fighters are generational talents in the sport. Just because O'Malley didn't win against him twice doesn't mean he's done. I know. I don't think dropping Tim Welch means that O'Malley goes from losing to Merab twice to suddenly beating him. You know, I mean, I just don't think that's the reality here. Thank you for the membership, Yita Pan. I appreciate the membership, dude. Vinicius Oliveira will save us. Also, thoughts on no pay-per-view in September. UFC 320 in October. Maybe JDM versus Islam. Thoughts on no pay-per-view in September. UFC 320 in October. Maybe JDM versus Islam. Vinicius Oliveira, Kyler Phillips is coming up soon. I don't know if Vinicius Oliveira will save us, but he is a good style to do it potentially. No pay-per-view in September. UFC 320 in October. Maybe JDM in Islam. Yeah, it's going to be in October in Abu Dhabi, I imagine. So. I'm playing into it, but I am correct. You know, I like for fighters that get knockdowns and like harm their opponent. Your worst takeover? Yeah, I just fuck off then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that's a bad take. And if I would have picked Merab to win and said the same thing, you'd all agree with me. I swear to God, you'd all agree with me if I picked Merab to win. But it's just seen as cope. It's not cope, man. I want a knockdown in a combat sport. I want a fight in a combat sport. I want a blood to be shown in a combat sport. I want some damage to be done in a combat sport. It's not hard. Am I wrong for thinking Aljo is still the bantamweight GOAT? Because if him and Merab were to fight, he will win. Merab is second, Cruz is third, but that could change. No, shut up. Thank you very much for the 5 months of membership. I don't think you could say that right now. This is why Guru loves Ilya Apturo Topturo. Indeed. Indeed. Even though he beat all my favorites, I still like Ilya Topturia because he fucking knocks people the fuck out, man. And it's not, you don't just have to knock people the fuck out, but come on, man. Do some damage, man. I hate Merab, but personally, I have him top 8 all time behind. He's top 8. Yeah, he's in the top 10. He's closer to the top 5 than that, honestly. Thank you for the $5. He really is. DC Mighty Mouse, Volk, Islam, GSP Jones. Good list on her. Yeah. Well, it depends natty or not, you know. Bedtime said you got to chill and roasted you in the last vid. Cool. I'm good. But I don't understand. I do this every 2 months. It's all good. They got to have viewers somehow. I got to turn some viewers away. The only times you've got in that in a Merab fight was when Sugar hurt him to the body and when Cejudo and Moraes wobbled him. Yeah, when the opponent did something to Merab, we had a moment of, whoa! But we're just never going to get that from Merab. You have to enjoy it. You have to accept it. Because that's just how it is, you know. Because it's the winner. So you just have to have a neutral opinion on everyone. And never get angry. Never get excited. And just enjoy every result that happens in the fights. So as not to isolate any potential viewers that you can possibly get to your channel. It's a good strat, to be fair. To Pimp a Butterfly is goated. Did he killed Rap? He did. He killed Rape as well, to be honest with you, if you had a knee on the end. That fell off after him. Merab fans are short. Gene, dead ends. Yeah, I said it. Thank you for the $2. Does your sweat smell like KFC or McDonald's? KFC, more. The gravy from KFC. Perfect world. You plus Craig, Corner Tom versus John and Gordon. That would be an epic showdown. And MMA Joey, I guess, on the other side. Big Marcel confirmed Bryce is moving down to 135. Damn, that's not the best. Well, I'll have a talk with him about it. We'll see. Thoughts on the Modgerhead situation? Wonder if your YouTube rap could help him out. He legit did nothing wrong. Yeah, Modgerhead Foodalat got banned on YouTube for something, but I don't know how I could pull any strings to fix that or anything. But I guess I could talk about it and raise awareness to it. Shout out to Modgerhead Foodalat. He's having a problem right now with copyright on YouTube, but when he didn't do anything wrong with his channel, so... Yeah, I don't understand it at all, so hopefully they fix that problem with Modgerhead Foodalat. Impression of Tom Aspinall getting his thick booty pounded by Jon Jones. Gah, oh yeah. Thank you for the $10, Boots McGee. I appreciate you. No, I'm not doing that. What things does Sean have to work on and change? I don't know what he can do to turn... Like, he needs to not slip on his ass twice in round 2. There's a lot that he has to do, man. There's a lot that he has to do. It's not going to be a situation where, you know... I don't know. It's not going to be a situation where he does that. Thank you for the $2, where he just fixes one thing and all of a sudden, you know, two wins over Merab happen. You know what I mean? Went to 316 and ran into Schmitty. I think you guys are similar in size and could be a good scrap. Dude, they asked me that on DJ's pod. When are you going to scrap Schmitty? I said I'd knock him the fuck out. Thank you for the $5. But I think Schmitty's a cool dude, though. I don't hate Schmitty by any means. So don't start hate raiding him or anything like that. I think he's a cool dude. He's just a little bit man-babyish and, you know, it's sad. People saying no one beats Merab like Umar. Didn't have a razor close round 3 with him and clearly won the first 2 rounds. I know it's so close, the fights. Even O'Malley with the first, 3rd, and 5th. You know, there is ways to do it, but Umar is the one, right? Umar is the one to sort of rebuild and get back in there. And then we can have Umar as champ. Let's just conveniently like whoever the winners are, so that we don't have any of the MMA fan base turn against us. And we can salvage the viewers that MMA Guru loses. How convenient. Let's not have any organic opinion on a fighter and root for anyone to win or lose, and just accept everything and be neutral. Thank you for the 5. Did old roided up Batista earn the Puru's respect? He's not roided up. I don't know if Batista's roided up. But shout out to Mario Batista, dude. He looked good. The bounty's still on. No, it's not. The bounty's off. It's not a Bo Nichols tweet. You keep doing that shit. I'm not falling for it again. Shut up. Impression of CT Volk thinking he's Arthur Morgan. Hang on a minute. I've got tuberculosis. Guru, I keep losing bets, especially parlays, because of one fight not hitting. What should I do to make profit this June with the next 3 cards? Do individual bets, man. Do a parlay with less on the line and do individual bets with a bit more with money line is the way I would do things. But I wouldn't encourage gambling in general, even though I'm sponsored by a gambling company. Well, 45 seconds of a video is. I'm not overall sponsored by them. Stylistically, Gene Silver kills Merab. Thoughts? Yeah, he would. Yeah, the featherweights would deal with Merab, but he doesn't want to move up, so we're never going to see it. That's always fun to never have a thing. Yes, I don't think Merab is boring. Since the Cejudo fight, he has been sick. The Peter Yan fight was the hardest to watch for me, but I became a fan of Merab in the Cejudo fight. I don't think Merab is incredibly boring. I think there are every other person in the division that is more exciting to watch than Merab. It's not about Merab. I just can't I'll fall asleep if I watch a Merab fight. Like, listen, he's not doing Romero Adesanya stuff. Every other bantamweight fighter on the roster would be a better person to have as champion. That's all I'm saying. So I'd much rather have a slick... To me, chat, and I said this at the end of my recap, the bantamweight division has forever been the Matrix division. That's why it annoys me. The bantamweight division has always been the Matrix division. When it comes to Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, any of these matchups, you know what I mean? It's that Sean O'Malley gets the belt and has a fight with Yan. Peter Yan gets the belt. Cody Garbrandt fights Dominic Cruz. Renan Barão spinning back kicks Eddie Wineland in the face and knocks out Uriah Faber. It's always been the really cool, crazy striking Matrix division. And Merab just shoots takedowns and stays out of range on the feet until he gets you against the cage, and then he shoots in. It's fun, but I'd much rather everything possible else. I don't know how anyone can disagree without lying to themselves completely. You like Merab as a person, you want him to win. Good for you. Did you see Patchy making excuses on his story? I didn't see Patchy making excuses on his story. What was his excuses? Let's have a little look. Patchy Mix on his story. Pause. The world always feels slow after a moment like this because you just want to get it back ASAP, but harness the feeling. It becomes power later. GSP told us that after the Matt Serra loss, and then look what happened after every fight after that. I'll write this story correctly, he said. Took the fight on 3 weeks' notice. He did. Against a guy who was on an 8-fight win streak in the UFC. I don't hang my head. I'm proud to represent where I'm from. Angola, Buffalo, New York. Most of you men that think you could give an honest assessment could never relate, especially these wrestlers. Tough night for me in the office. I mean, I don't see the excuse. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he said that he took it on short notice, which he did. You know, he did take the fight on extremely short notice. So, it's tough. That's what happens, man. Pay-per-view is expensive, dude. I owe you. Impression of Gay Connor. Somebody fucking sniff a line out me gooch, mate. I don't know. I think give it a 2.